Good morning and welcome to another Glenn Maney Talks Chelsea. And yesterday afternoon at Stamford Bridge it was Chelsea 3, Southampton 1. Score actually predicted. Mind you, I've been saying 3-1 for about the last 3 games, so had to come right in the end. So the team, we had Mendy in goal, Aspie, Chilwell. In the middle we had Chalobah, Rudiger and Silva. And in the middle, it's quite a surprise team this, Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic. And then we had Werner and Callum Hudson-Odoi playing just behind Romelu Lukaku. So yeah, when I saw the team come out, I thought, well, that's a bit different. But we did have quite a bit more energy than we've had in the last couple of games, and it was looking quite good. Southampton didn't really offer an awful lot in that first half, but I think they had a couple of chances. One header that flashed wide. But yeah, we were on it. Even in that first half, even Callum Hudson-Odoi had some good passages of play. And I'll tell you what the lad did do, because I'm always giving him stick. He'd done some good defensive work in that first half. Not every single time, but enough. And yeah, he was up for it. It was nice to see. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I thought he was absolutely excellent in that midfield, the whole game really, until he came off. But I thought he was excellent, and Chalobah was actually my man of the match. I know it could have gone to about 3 or 4, but Chalobah, personally for me, he was absolutely outstanding yesterday. Yeah, so talking points, obviously apart from the team selection, we've all been saying that Havertz has been off the boil lately, so I could see why Werner was in. We've all been saying that Ziyech is off the boil since he's been injured, so I could see the point of giving Callum Hudson-Odoi the chance to play there in a more forward role. So yeah, all good. The team had a lot more energy and looked a lot fresher, a lot more organised. Silva really being a general at the back and organising that defence. So yeah, the obvious talking points that I'll address was well, first of all, we had the Lukaku offside. Now I thought that there was a directive this season, I must be wrong, that there had to be daylight between the forward and the last defender. Obviously I must be wrong. I must have just imagined it or dreamt it or hoped for it, because there obviously wasn't daylight, but given by the letter of the law and drawing their little lines, Lukaku was off, which was a shame because it came after a brilliant run from Rudiger. He went past 3 players and then cut it back sort of sideways straight into the path of Lukaku, who finished it nicely. That was a shame. It deserved to be a goal just for Rudiger's run. He was on it yesterday as well. And obviously the disallowed Werner header. Now I've watched that again and again, and I don't see how you can take it that far back to disallow a goal. That's like that, you know, because you were in a totally different phase of play. That's gone. That's gone. It's then been switched over. As soon as Aspie gets that ball over, and it goes to who was it passed it on that side? Was it Chilwell? That's gone. That's a different. No, it was to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Sorry, that's a different phase of play. I just don't understand how VAR could disallow that. And of course the ball came back over, and Werner, great header, getting up between two defenders and put it in. I just don't understand that. You know, that's like saying, oh well, you might as well go back 10 minutes because we decided there was a foul there then, and that's it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. But the referee went over to the monitor, but surely he would have thought to himself, but that was back there. That was when Chelsea first won the ball back. Now it's then gone over there, then had to go back over there. It's a totally different phase of play. You'd have thought the referee would have had more sense, and I think that's what Tuchel was saying when he got booked. I think he was saying, "Come on, mate, you know, different phase of play. You know, read your own rules or directives. They are, aren't they? They're just directives." So yeah, and then of course the penalty that we conceded, well, that was hands up, wasn't it? You know, Chilwell just put his hands up. It was one of them. He got caught out. He got done. I thought Chilwell had a really good game yesterday. It was defensively very sound, and he was very good go forward. And obviously he got the goal, which they proved was over the line. It was great. That was a great technique on the volley, by the way. Well, just what a great goal that was. It was a marvellous ball from Ross Barkley, the much maligned Ross Barkley, who the way he's playing at the minute when he comes on with these little cameos, carry on. You know, that's the Ross Barkley we've always wanted to see and always thought that was hiding in there in his body somewhere, in his brain. But that was a great ball over. Great first time ball from Aspie, and a nice finish. If it hadn't been Werner, it would have been Lukaku that put it in. So yeah, pleased to see Werner get a goal, because having that header chalked off earlier, it must have been a real gutter for him. Someone said yesterday that since Werner's been at the club, he's had 16 goals chalked off. Can you imagine if some of them had stood? Like I think that one yesterday should have done. We'd be talking about a totally different Chelsea record for Timo Werner, wouldn't we? Yeah, so second half, Callum Hudson-Odoi was fading a bit, and we got Mount back on. Mount looked sharp, made things happen. Like I was saying, you know, we are missing him, and it was lovely to see him back. Let's hope we don't get injured for England now. Yeah, Jorginho came on for cover, and obviously Jorginho was the guy that got fouled for the Ward-Prowse red card. Was a red card. When you look at it in slow motion, studs up. Atkinson won't give anything unless VAR confirm it first. He just that's a booking. I don't even think he wanted to book him, to be honest. I didn't like Atkinson's refereeing yesterday. I thought it was very Southampton orientated. I know I'm going to be biased, but I try and look at it as impartially as possible, and a lot of that I saw yesterday I didn't like. A big shout out for an ex-Chelsea player, Tino Livramento. I thought he was absolutely superb yesterday. I was interested on Friday watching Thomas Tuchel's press conference when he said that he wanted him to stay at the club, and he had a chat with him and said, look, you're up against Aspie and you're up against Reece James for the right back position, and I don't see any reason, having watched you in training, why you can't make that right back position your own. So that is high praise indeed, isn't it, really? So and watching him yesterday, I mean, I've watched him a lot for the development squad. I know how good he is, but watching him yesterday, what a baller! And we've got a buyback clause apparently, so expect to see him playing at right back for Chelsea at some time in the future, injuries permitting. Yeah, and of course Werner was unlucky not to add to his goal tally with that great save from McCarthy, and that was a great save, a good strong right hand. So yes, I'll go for the team. Mendy, he gets a 7.5. Obviously only got beat by the penalty. Gave me one scary moment where he actually got caught in possession of the ball, but as luck or skill would have it, he got away with it. So that's why I've scored him down a bit. But other than that, looked as safe as houses. Couple of saves low down that I'd expect him to save. Distribution okay, apart from that one moment where it was squeaky bum time. Aspie, yeah, done what it says on the tin. He gets a 7.5. Really good game defensively. That great first time ball for Werner's goal. Just good going forward and good defensively. Good captain's performance as well. I'm going to go straight to the other wing back, Chilwell. Nice to see him back. Gets a 7.5 from me. Still a little bit of ring rust and gave away the penalty, but that can happen. And other than that, he scored. He always looked dangerous going forward, but he'd done his defensive work, and that's why I personally, when he's on form, prefer him to Alonso there. In the middle, Chalobah, he's my man of the match. I'm giving him a 9. Thought he was absolutely superb. In the air, on the ground, goes forward. I just thought he had it. He's got everything, hasn't he? Absolutely everything, that lad. Silva, yeah, Silva gets an 8. He was good yesterday. A couple of vital tackles. Marshalled the defence well. Very good. Rudiger gets an 8.5 from me. I thought some of his runs were excellent, but he didn't neglect his defensive duties. I don't know if it's because he's trying to get a really big lucrative contract out of Chelsea, but he's running like no one's business. Excellent performance. Ruben Loftus-Cheek gets an 8.5 from me. Everything he did yesterday was class. Gave it away once, but other than that, very positive. Gave us the positivity that I don't think we always get with Jorginho there. Not just from a passing point of view, because he always tries to pass forward if he can, but from also a driving point of view. Very strong, good physical presence. I've written him off sometimes when I've seen him out on loan playing for clubs, but like I said in the last video, I think he sees that badge go on. He loves that badge. Pulls that shirt on, and it's like Clark Kent going in the phone box and coming out as Superman. I think that's what Ruben Loftus-Cheek's like when he pulls on a Chelsea shirt. Kovacic yesterday, he gets an 8. Perfectly sound game without being, too flamboyant or anything. He done what he needed to do. Bernie yesterday gets an 8.5 from me. Thought he was absolutely superb. I felt sorry for him. Could have had a hat-trick yesterday. I think he probably should have done. Got robbed of a goal in my opinion, and a great save to stop another one of his efforts. But his all-round team play, back defending. There was one there where Southampton were attacking. All of a sudden, blue shirts got back and got the ball, and it was Werner. You can't ask more than that. He brings so much more than just goals to that team. His pace was a threat all the way through. Callum Hudson-Odoi gets a 7.5 from me. I think the boy is capable of so much more, but at least in that first half, he was more positive. He was he was a threat. And I think we needed that yesterday. I think he's got so much more in his locker, but he was looking up yesterday, which has been a criticism of him lately. And very direct, 7.5. And Lukaku gets a 7.5. His hold-up play was decent yesterday. So he had that goal chalked off for offside, which 6 inches backwards, it would have been a goal. And he done okay. He was a nuisance, and that's what you want him to be when he's not scoring goals. I won't bother with the substitutes, but it was nice to see Mount back. I thought he played really well when he came on. It was good to see Barkley on. With his little cameo, he played brilliant for 10 minutes or whatever it was. And obviously then we had Jorginho on for Kova, which at the time we needed. He took the sting out of their tails, and that's when you should use Jorginho. So he done really well too. I hope his leg's not too sore this morning, because that was right on the Achilles, and I felt that. So yeah, 3-1. Didn't look at social media yesterday. I'm going to try and keep this a cabbage-free zone if I can. someone said in answer to my last video, you should just ignore these people, and really that's the best thing for them, isn't it? If other people want to reply to them on social media and give them a bit of fuel, then great. But if you want your manager sacked after 2 defeats, and you want to sell half the team because they've had, say, 2 or 3 bad games, are you really worth responding to? No. So Stephen, can't remember your second name, but thank you for putting me right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you like these, and I shall speak to you after the international break. Another international break. So hopefully Liverpool drop points this afternoon. We got Liverpool and Man City. Hopefully it's a draw, really, and we go into the international break top of the league. But if not, we're still up there with a shout, whatever happens. So speak to you after the international break. Thanks again. Please subscribe, throw a like. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.